Welcome everyone to Rob and Ning. Ning, this is our first live Facebook of Keeping It Real with Rob and Ning.
That's correct, Rob, and I am so nervous because there's no cut here.
Yeah.
Right? Everything that we will say will be recorded and will be taken.
That's true. Like on
As
TV,
it is.
when you make mistakes, we get to cut, right?
Mhm.
And we get to redo it. But here it's all live.
Right. So let's make a shout out first. Oh,
You have some shout outs?
yes.
Okay.
Well, actually, si Aling Bambi gave us this delicious
Yeah.
kuchinta. Kuchinta.
Cochinta.
With fresh grated coconut.
Yeah.
Rob is eating this more than the kuchinta.
Yeah. And Bambi, to let you know, is the mom of Adrian, who
Yeah.
works with us here
Right.
in Las Vegas. We
Mhm.
didn't mention that we're actually here in Las Vegas at our offices, right?
Right, yeah.
So we thought it would be the best way to kick off our first live experience was right here in Vegas, because what happens, right, stays here, right?
Mhm,
So,
exactly. What happens here stays here.
Yeah.
So I'm sure we will have a lot of boo-boo. But anyway, matching with the kuchinta, Rob, I
Mhm.
wanted to thank Anna and Bob for giving me this. I have tea and it keeps my tea warm. Thank you so
yes,
much, Wu
we
family.
love Anna
They're
and
here, they're
Bob Wu,
watching.
and they're watching. Good friends and also
My
clients,
client
past
for
clients
a
of
long,
ours.
long time.
Exactly. So if you're going to make some shout outs, I have one, even though it's an office cup. I like my favorite coffee from Kona Coffee Purveyor. When we were in Hawaii, right, we found a great little coffee shop right there in Waikiki, right, at the International Mall.
Mhm.
And it's called Kona Coffee Purveyor. And their Pea Berry is my favorite coffee now. And you can order it online.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and it's great.
So we have some rules for in today's live experience. So if you hear this sound, there are two things. One is we have games. It's game time, right?
We give money away.
Right, because we said that we wanted to give money away, and we will have raffle at the end of the
Yeah.
live experience.
You're going to give that to Adrian, right?
Right, we're gonna give this to Adrian. So if we hear this, that means that it's game time. And the other reason why we will hear this bell is when Rob is off topic,
What?
or
Oh,
maybe Rob
that
is
won't happen.
you
That
know
won't
talking
happen.
too much.
Yeah. That might happen.
Okay, let's get this.
Okay.
Just give this to Adrian.
Okay.
And then also we have a pen here. It's keeping it real
With Robin.
with Rob and Ning.
You
So
need
we-
to read that?
We have 10 of this po. So if you want this, the first 10 that will say KIR, that will type KIR, we will send this over to you. So
Just
we
a small
need
gift
10,
of
yeah.
appreciation.
We're coming
Yeah,
over.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So I think we're going to start with showing a video, right, that
Mhm.
will lead to like our first game.
Right, because this is globally, right?
Yeah.
I mean, and maybe some people thought they don't know who Robin Ning is, and this video will kind of give us at least some ideas of who Robin Ning
Yeah,
is.
so we're getting people from the Philippines as well,
Yeah.
right? Because we have a back office there
Right.
and so forth, and everyone has the ability to win money in our games,
Mm-hmm.
right? And the game is, you got to be quick though, because when we ask
Right.
questions, you got to
Yeah.
be the first to respond, and
Mhm.
you'll win $50 up to $100 in winnings, right?
Right,
Yeah.
right. So let's go
Well,
see the
You
video.
want to see the video now?
Yeah, let's
okay.
go.
So, Adrian, if you can roll the video, and Rhoda.
For over 15 years now, Rob and Ning have been helping people across the USA with their home, money, and retirement problems. The results can be life-changing. It's all about setting a goal, strategizing a plan, and doing it right. They're ready, they're reliable, they're real, and they can help in all 50 states. Call 888-860-9530 or visit their website.
Rob, we forgot to mention, now if you will share po this live experience, you will automatically win the grand prize
Well, no,
at the end of the
be careful there. If you share, you'll be entered into our raffle.
Oh, that's correct.
That's
yes.
right. And in the raffle, we'll be giving away money, right?
Right.
So
right.
share, get into the raffle. Adrian will put you into that raffle.
Right. Someone is monitoring po. Believe it or not, we have our staff from the Philippines who is running this live experience. And then we have people here too.
Yeah, our office staff is actually producing this, and we have our TV production, but our office staff is doing a terrific job. For
yeah,
this
yeah. We need a clap, Rhoda.
Yeah.
Okay, so share po, because at the end of the experience, we will raffle the names who shared this live experience, and then we will also raffle 2 people. We will pick 2 people po that will stay in this live experience. So if you will stay from the beginning to the end, then you will be included on the raffle, and we will pick 2 that will win $50 each.
Hopefully they will want to stay, not just stay for that raffle. Hopefully we're sharing some things that you're interested in, right?
Yeah.
And so, Ning, let's just quickly talk about how long we've been doing this, keeping it real. I mean, we've been in business for quite a while. It's almost not 2 decades, but
be
over
careful,
a decade.
because it will reveal our age.
Yeah, we're not. Well, you look young, but we're not that young. But we've been in business for quite a while. In fact, we were helping people first and foremost during the 2008 to 2012 financial very distressful time, and we help people save their homes during that time.
Right.
And that's when we started on TFC, right?
2009 is when we started with TFC.
Yeah, and we were sharing and helping people through those very difficult times, and it just grew. And as we grew out of the financial distressing times, we got into home ownership and retirements and things like that as the economy picked up. And it's been a very rewarding experience, right?
Right.
I mean, we've enjoyed it. We love helping people, and I think we've helped quite a few people, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we got clients everywhere.
Right. And I've been saying, I'm learning from people's stories. And I think that's also the reason why people are watching the show, Keeping It Real with Rob and Ning, is because they're learning from other people's experiences. And it's like changing po talaga. I mean, it's not just their life is being changed. My life, our lives is being changed too, because of, learning. So we believe that ang life po natin is constantly learning. We need to learn every day. And that's why, it's really good that some of the guests that are putting in the show, willing to share their stories, because I've been telling them, that's the best thing that we can do to other people, is to share our success story that will make it like an inspiration to others.
Yeah, I mean, we help people in small ways, and then we help people in multiple ways, right?
Yeah.
We may just do a refinancing for someone, or we may sell their home, or we may help them buy their home, or we may have some vehicles for retirement and stuff like that. And so, it might be we see you one time, right? And we have a lot of people that call in, and they, we give them options and stuff, and we find out later they did those options, but they did it possibly with someone else,
right? Which I think is okay. For as long as we did whatever we can. Because we are always on the watch of what's going on with our economy, and we thought that this live experience will help us understand more about what's going on out there and how that can affect our finances and our assets.
Yeah, and we weren't sure about doing the live experience because you're nervous, right?
I'm so nervous
and stuff like that. But I'm already enjoying it, right? And because we get to interact with people directly, they can post questions, and we're going to have a question and answer later in this live experience where people can post questions to us. It can be about anything. I shouldn't say anything, but business related. If you have some personal thing, Ning might answer. I don't know, but we are taking questions live.
Right. That's good, Rob, that you mentioned that. So if you have any questions we may need to put our glasses to see what questions do you
Yeah,
have
to
for
read the
us.
questions, yeah.
Right? And even yung mga messages niyo po, I know you're sending us messages and you're so sweet. Thank you very much po for all those messages.
Yeah, those are great messages.
But we need glasses to do this.
Yeah. So while she's trying to read messages, we're going to play our first game, right? We're going to be giving away $50. And if you watch the video,
you know, the bell did not ring yet.
oh, the bell.
Oh, there you go.
I anticipated the bell. That's how good I am. But we're playing a game, and it is, if you watched our video or if you ever watched Keeping It Real with Rob and Ning on Sundays, you know what our tagline is, right? We like to help people concerning their blank, blank, and blank. If be the first one that can fill in those 3 blanks and you win $50. We're helping people concerning their blank, blank, and blank. So start typing. We want to get the first person that gets the right answer. Oh my gosh, we got a winner.
Hold on. We are getting.
Yeah, this is.
So just the one monitoring this and looking at.
Well, I think yes, and the first winner is actually.
Hold on, Rob.
What?
I don't want you to mention a name, and then that's you know.
Oh, that's legal liability, maybe.
Exactly.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. So
is the person we're seeing the winner?
Let's see, Adrian or Rhoda. Do we have the winner?
Is that the winner that's showing up on our screen?
Yes, that's
okay. So Carlin Ortiz Pedesky
won
our first game. We got it right. Money, home, and retirement. Very good, and way to be quick.
Yeah.
Obviously, you had your coffee.
Mm-hmm.
And one of these days, we're going to raffle the Kona Coffee Purveyor coffee.
Yeah.
So people can.
So let's talk about a little bit of how did we come up with the money, home, and retirement. You know, because actually, if I remember it right, it's the ABS-CBN or TFC is the one who told us that it's all about the money, the home, and the retirement because of the way we. Because before po, we are invited to be a guest in TFC to talk about money, home, and retirement.
Well, we got to give a shout out to our producer, right? Mouse, who's very good with words. He kind of sees what he sees what we do, and he puts it in the right words, and that's very helpful to us.
Right.
And so he gives us some guidance on those things, and it's true. We help with money, home, and retirement. And we're going to discuss those 3 components right later, where we talk about, and today is really kind of focused on just the money aspect.
Right. And we all know that anything related to money and home and retirement is very complex.
Yeah, can be.
Yeah, it
Not
can
always.
be. And actually, Rob, remember? Do you remember when we're struggling to kind of like deliver the message to people on how to explain it? That's really challenging in the beginning because we're always being told by our producer Mouse Munoz to kind of like you need to make sure that people understands the message that you're trying to convey. And so that's the challenge. And then it's interesting when people are telling us that, we tape your videos, we tape your shows so that we can repeat it over and over. Yeah. And then when they started to call us, they're like, hey, I wanted to do the loan modification. So now they know what loan modification is. So they're learning terminologies of this complex subject matter.
Yeah, I mean, we've taken a lot of topics that have misinformation or they seem a little complex, and we try to boil it down to where people can understand. And I'll give you another good example is the reverse mortgage. When we first started sharing the reverse mortgage, there was like so much
resistance,
pushback because of misinformation. They thought it wasn't a loan. They thought the bank took your house, you exchange living there in the house, and the bank takes your home. And so we were able to, over time, share the truth about it, and the misinformation started to evaporate. And my goodness, we do a lot of reverse mortgage, and it's a very powerful tool, right?
Yeah.
We're not discussing it today, right? It's only an example of trying to take some of the more complex things and boil it down and make it kind of plain English or Tagalog that people can understand.
Right. And so the topic that we wanted to talk about today is about money. You mentioned that.
We love money.
Right. And the reason for why we thought money, it's because of what's happening around us. The inflation, everything goes up. The only thing that goes down, I think, Rob, is the housing market. Everything else is going up. Well, interest rate is up. All the groceries, I'm sure, the gas, everything goes up.
It's very critical now to really watch your money because, as you said, groceries are going up, right? Interest rates are up, which increases the cost of housing and all that stuff. So you want to you got to look out into the economy and say, what do I need to do? Because things are changing, right? So you might need to save a little more.
Right.
You might need to cut back on, I don't know, some of the luxuries that you had, like, very expensive dark chocolate. Maybe you don't buy as much or you don't go on as many trips until we get past this sort of inflation sort of thing. And there's no telling when we will be past the inflation.
Right. Actually, we have a question here, or we have a statement, or we have a question for all of us, and that includes us, right? I mean, me and Robert. So the question about the money is, how do we know if we are financially well? So maybe it's a challenge for us to answer that question, and evaluate ourselves on how can we gauge if we are financially well. And so on the lending industry, they have this formula, right, of how they will know that you are financially well before they lend you money.
And you do that when you're pre-qualified.
That's correct. So usually for the threshold is 45% and below of your debt against the income. So how will you do that? So the way you will do it is you put all your expenses on a monthly basis. If you're renting, how much do you rent? Or if you own a house, how much is your expenses in the house, together with all the debts, student loan, car loan, credit card loans. And then you divide that into your gross income. So when we say gross income, that is before any deductions. If you divide the debt against the income and the answer is 45% and below, then we can say you are financially well.
If it's below 45, that's true. So that is kind of the guideline that, like you said, lenders use. And really, Oh, I had a good thought, but go ahead. Adrian just rang the bell. So
it's game time.
It's game time. We need to give away more money. Right. And so now we're playing a word game.
Yes. Oh, where's the word?
We need our placards.
Okay. So this game, actually, we will put a word out there, and then you will guess if it belongs to money, home, or retirement. And in fact, me and Robert will be included on this game. So we will make our answer as well. And
we may not agree.
Right. So but having the correct answer would be whatever.
So who's ever first, right, with the right answer wins. But if we disagree, I was told, right, that whoever's first with my answer and who's ever first with your answer both would win.
Okay.
All
right. And
so we don't argue the point. Right?
Okay, so we have 5 here. 5 winners.
5 words.
We have 5 words, so there will be 5 winners. Okay. So
the first one is, that's an example.
This is just so the example is building.
Building.
So
Guess where it belongs? Does it belong under money, home, or retirement?
And then we say go.
And I put retirement.
And my answer is home.
I'm financially unhealthy, I think. No. So building, right? Building to me means, you've invested in like a commercial property. I don't call my home a building, right? My home is just that, a home. So building to me, because I've invested in commercial real estate, is building your retirement.
Okay. So my point of view is building. Why I said home is because, literally it's a structure. Building is a structure. And we're talking about
building?
And I'm talking about retirement home or money home or retirement. So I thought it would be home. But since we have different answers, so whoever answered the retirement will win, and whoever answered.
But that was an example.
It's just an example.
So no winners on that one, unfortunately. So let's start with the real words.
Okay, so this is now a game, a real game. $50 for every winner
for the first person,
and we have 5 words.
Yeah. Okay.
Ready,
go. Credit card. Ready? That is obviously money, right? We'll be talking about credit cards and stuff later in the show too. So if you're the winner, and do we know the winner? Yes, it is Paula Blanco Mata.
Yep.
Paula. Very good,
Yay.
Paula. You have quick fingers. Very good. Very good.
And by the way, to claim your prize, our staff will reach out to you.
Yeah.
So just stay
tuned. Stay tuned.
And then again, while we're doing this, if you can share it so that you can be part of our
share that you're a winner.
Part of our raffle in the end of the show.
Absolutely.
Okay. The next word.
Next word is coming quickly. It will be the second word is, oh my gosh.
Golden years.
Golden years.
Ready?
Oh my gosh. That one. We got that's retirement, obviously. Golden years, just that level and age.
That means you're in retirement.
You want your retirement to be your golden years.
Yeah.
So that's why we share a lot about retirement is you want your retirement not as stressful.
Right.
You want it to be called your golden years.
Right. Yeah. Right. Congratulations. We have a winner.
Tyler Bates. So quick. Yay. That Tyler is quick.
Yeah.
So let's go to our next.
Congratulations. So stay tuned for your prize. Yeah. There's no clap there?
No clapping.
Yay.
Oh, I'll clap. Yeah. Wow, a lot of people clapping.
Yeah.
Okay. The next word.
Inflation.
But I think for today's topic, right? How can someone win and ring before we even race? But they do.
Who's our winner?
No one won yet. Oh wow.
There you go.
Ed.
Yay!
Ed Green won $50.
Right. So money, because the inflation is actually pushing all the prices up. That's why it is related to money. It's more related to money. But
currently right now, inflation also affects your home because over time, inflation will raise the value of your home.
Yeah, it will be the direct result. The inflation will push the property value down.
Well,
right? But the money is really the direct connection from the for the inflation.
Let me just say, inflation long term pushes your value up, but initially, when you're raising rates to control it,
right. That's
inflation
correct.
will push your
That's right. That's
property
right.
up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Good
So
job,
it's kind of like a lot of. That's a good word because there's a lot of things.
It affects your retirement too.
Going,
you need
yeah.
to put more money away
Right.
because inflation eats at your
Yeah.
So, but money for sure.
Yay!
Good
We
job,
have a winner.
Ed. We love giving money away.
Stay tuned for the winners.
Yeah. So the next word is
Real estate.
Real estate.
Let me
Wow.
think about that.
Wow, that's a very general 2 words. That's a very general 2 word.
Real estate. Maybe you.
I'm sorry, but that is all 3 for me.
Well, if I can do
our staff put home, but
if you're
I
3,
say-
I will have 2 actually.
I say
Real
all
estate.
3. Real estate affects all 3.
Well,
So-
that's true too.
I'm
Yeah.
very generous with our money. I would love to see 3 people get. So if you put home, whoever put home is a winner. If you put the first to put money, first one to put retirement, you will all win $50.
Wow.
I'm breaking the budget here, but
You're breaking the bank, Robert.
it's a tight budget here, and I broke it.
There's
But
inflation.
it's inflation, yeah. So
Okay.
3 winners on that one. So
Wow.
our staff will keep watching to see who put the other.
So let's see.
Stewart.
So the first person who answered home is Jessie Lim. Thank you,
Oh,
Jessie.
very
Great.
good, Jesse. You
Yeah.
do. But there will be 2 other winners as well. Yeah.
So they're all answer. Oh, they all answer home.
Oh. Okay, so let me read. Home. Staff, they're containing me. So home, but all
All
3.
right.
I say all 3.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah. So so we have a winner for that.
Yeah,
right.
we do.
So it's Jessie Lim.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. And so we have one more word. Obviously, we have not seen these words. So the next word is coming up.
Wealth management.
Holy cow.
Okay. Let's see.
Okay. Ready? Go. Oh, you're busting the budget. Retirement, wealth management, have those golden years.
Right.
Look better, right?
Actually, the wealth management. Good because most of the people, their wealth is
Our staff put wealth management under
Money.
money. Okay, wow.
yeah. But money. But whoever
Wow.
answers retirement will win too.
Yeah. So I would not
Yeah.
do very well in this game. Wow. I got
Okay, so who won? Joanne won the retirement.
Joanne.
Oh, we have the same thing.
Very good.
First person answer money.
Paul.
Park C. Well, see. Hold on.
Park
Park
Seo-Jun. Yeah, very good. Park. Very good.
So just stay tuned po because our staff will reach out to you on how to claim your prizes.
Mhm.
And then if you also stay through the end of this live experience, there will be another raffle. We will pick 2 people to win $50 each. And then in the end, whoever shared our live experience will automatically be in a raffle for a chance to win $100.
Yeah. So share the experience. It's our first one, and we hope we're going to be doing this once a month,
Mhm.
right? We're like a once a monther, and I hope that we can give out more money
I
next
know.
month, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And we'll maybe pick a different location.
Right.
We may go to Northern California to one of our locations there, but I love coming here to Las Vegas.
Right.
So,
Yeah, we'll see.
We'll
Okay. So, so Rob, you have 3 suggestions on how we can see ourselves to be financially well.
Yeah.
So we talked about for the lending industry, kind of like guidelines, or how they see us if we are financially well is if we put all our debts together, all the debts,
Yeah.
your rent or your mortgage, all your credit card debts, cars, student loans, whatever, personal loans, that will go on your credit,
Yeah.
divided by your gross income before any deductions. If your debt to income ratio is 45% and below, then we can say that you're financially well. Or if it's more than that, then maybe we need to tweak.
Yeah, that's
Something.
a very simple formula for people to be able to do. And remember, it's your gross income, because a lot of people do it against their take home, and then they think they're in bad shape. It's your gross income before taxes, state income taxes, any 401k withdrawals and all that. So that is the formula.
Every day when we're doing the consultation, people are saying, that they live paycheck to paycheck.
A lot of people do.
Right. So meaning whatever they take home will just go out of the door, because, and really they have more expenses than their income. And so, I mean, the good thing about this, Rob, is there are ways on how we can change this, right? And we have done a lot of scenarios or transactions where, we help people better off, save their monthly expenses by thousands of dollars, in refinancing, using their equity to be able to pay off all their credit card debts. Because when you pay off your credit card debt, that will boost your credit, right? And so there's multiple ways on how you can improve for your financial health.
Yeah, exactly. But I like to use the example of Carlos, your son, right? And I remember when he was going to college, and he was at Long Beach State, right, getting a good degree. And when he got out, you're kind of at a starting point. How do you start building, towards your retirement and so forth? And really, money comes down for me, kind of 3 things. We call them the 3 M's, sort of, right?
Yeah.
And the first one is credit.
Right.
And so that's the first thing you kind of told him, right? Was, let's get your credit in order. I don't even think he had a credit score at that time, right? So a lot of people out of college, they may not have a credit score, right? Because they don't have any trade lines, they don't have any credit cards. And so really nothing reflects on their credit. At that point, you can't, in some places, you can't even go to the utility company, right?
Right. They use your credit.
They use your credit.
Especially here in America, right?
Yeah. So that's the first, right?
So managing our credit is the number one thing that we need to be conscious of doing.
Yeah.
Right. In America, you cannot really apply for debt without a good credit.
Yeah.
And if you have a good credit, you basically can have a car loan of 0 interest, just because, they're giving you,
that's true.
They're giving you
based on your credit score.
0 interest, because that means that you have a good credit history. They can trust you.
Yeah.
Right. And you mentioned my son. So, I mean, he don't believe in debt. I think because, in the Philippines,
which is
at
good
least during my time in the Philippines, we don't really have debt. You pay
as you go.
Yeah, you use cash every time.
Yeah.
And then later on, it became kind of like you need to have debt, which I think is good, because what that means for is, let's say we work and we have a paycheck, right? You don't use your cash.
Whoa,
oh my gosh,
you're going way too long.
I know. Oh,
way
we have
too
to
long.
give the 3
We got to go.
M's.
Well, we're going to give the 3 M's real quick because real quick, like
Yeah. Okay.
credit turns into debt, right?
Mhm.
So if you get a good credit score, you can go crazy on debt, right?
Right. Yeah.
You need to, maintaining good
Maintaining
credit
good
means
credit.
managing your
Mhm.
debt. And
Right.
that is making sure you don't go over that 45% of your
Yeah.
gross income.
That's
A
right.
lot of people, man, they get their credit card, they get a 700 plus, and they just go crazy.
Yeah.
Right.
Mhm.
You got to be managing your debt. You
Mhm.
got to really be disciplined.
Yeah. And the third thing is make sure you save.
Yeah.
Yeah. This might be challenging in the beginning because if you don't have enough paycheck, how can you save, right?
Yeah.
Actually, I heard this teaching in church that no matter what, you don't need to wait for you to have more income to save. You will just force yourself to save, even $10, $20.
Well,
Put that aside, and
yeah,
if you continue doing this.
That's a good point because there's some people out there that say pay yourself first,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
So that you make sure you're doing it because you really can't get to the point of buying a home, building, the wealth management of retirement
Right.
if you're not saving.
Yes.
So
Mhm.
you got to be disciplined to really get to that golden years of
Mhm.
retirement, right?
Yeah. We need to make a lot of adjustment on our finances because of the inflation. And we feel you because we know, especially
Everyone feels it.
yeah, running
Big
the business.
companies, we all feel it.
Yeah, laying off people and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So we feel you, and that's why we have this live experience so that we know, at least we can exchange views on
Mhm.
what we think about, what we need to do, and maybe you can give us some advice too on things. So now, Robert,
We're well past the bell. They're
yeah, I
gonna ring
know.
again. Yeah.
We're gonna be in trouble.
Yeah.
But aren't we gonna do the Q&A or the game?
Q&A.
Okay.
Okay.
So this is your time, ladies and gentlemen, out there globally, to post any questions you'd like to ask us, and it can be about anything.
Are you sure? Anything?
Within reason.
Okay.
Right? And we will answer about,
How many questions?
any kind of
now?
questions.
Oh, we have 5 questions.
Oh, we already have 5. Oh, up to 5 questions is
Oh.
what we're looking for. And we have our first one. Man, we really
Okay,
need
we need-
glasses for this. Why don't you read it?
What are the advantages and disadvantages of going third mortgage loan? That's a good question.
That's a very good question. Who asked that question?
Ria, NP.
Reva.
Ria. It's
Rhea.
Y.
Rhea.
Okay. Yeah, Rhea.
Rhea. Very good question
Thank you
because
very
there are pros and cons to doing both, right?
Mhm.
So obviously the pro for paying off is, when you own your home without a payment, right? That is like a powerful, it's like the weight of the world is off your shoulders, right? So you have a more sense of confidence, I think, both from security reasons and stuff like that. I'm a believer that
If you can,
If
and
you
have
can
the
pay off-
ability, absolutely.
pay off your mortgage. And you can always reborrow if you need reserves. You can do an equity line or you can refinance when rates are good
Mhm.
and get that money. So I'm a believer of paying it off,
Mhm.
but there are reasons not to.
Right. So disadvantages. So let me just say, so when most of the people, they're thinking that I want to pay off my debt, my home mortgage, so that I can pass it on to my kids, right? So their mind is set to like their heirs. How can they pass it on
Especially
to
in
their
the
heirs?
Filipino community.
Right. Pero the problem po with this is, the disadvantage of this is, most of the time, the value of our home is going up, going down, and it just depends on when, like we say, well, I want the kids to inherit my house, and then when we pass, so that when we pass, they have the money. But where are we during this time that, it's up and down? What if the economy is here?
You are just like so lost. I think they got the gist. I think they got the gist, but you.
No, so that's what I'm just trying to say is, maybe you can diversify that cash instead of just
You're
paying off.
really low. Really?
instead of just
Yeah.
paying off the
Okay.
mortgage.
We got to go to our next question.
Yeah, but that's a good question.
Yeah.
Really good. Okay.
And we'll explore that in
Yeah,
some
I would
estate
like to talk
planning.
more
Yeah.
about that.
No,
Yeah,
but not
okay.
today. Okay.
Question.
Read it. I can't. I don't have my
What
glasses on.
minimum number of credit cards should one have to maintain good credit? Oh,
Good
Charlene, thank you so much for that question.
Very
That's a
good
question
question.
too.
Yeah.
What is the question again? What
There's-
minimum number of credit
Good question.
Oh,
and-
number
oh,
number of
Are
credit
you-
cards, not the amount,
You
but
need
the
some more
number.
coffee.
I know.
So there's no set answer
Charlene.
to this question, right?
Mhm.
Because I think what'll happen is you'll get a lot of offers when your score is in a certain level, and if you sign up for everything that comes in the mail, all of
Oh, yeah.
those, you're pre-qualified, and you just keep signing up. I've told my son this because
Mhm.
he thinks it's he's
It's
gonna-
free. Yeah. Mhm.
Your score will start to drop.
Yeah. Right. So let me answer that on a lending point of view.
Okay, short though.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
I will make it short. So, on the lending point of view, what's important is they look at like at least $3,000 even on one credit card. And if that $3,000 is 2-year old, then you should be okay. So, you don't need to have a lot of credit cards. If you have 3, and I would suggest major cards, not like
Strategize.
store cards,
Strategize on
it.
your credit.
Yeah, not store cards. So you will wanting to have 3,000 and above line of credit. So if you have a car loan and you have a mortgage, you don't really need credit cards. You just need, because mortgage is the best one.
Yeah.
Car is good, and then the credit cards the third.
And we travel a lot, so we strategize on which card to get because some of them have,
Yeah, the points
lounges
and
stuff like that.
Yeah, we've been saying that you don't use your cash to buy, use your credit card, but make sure that when you do, you pay it off with your
and
cash.
stay under
on
that
a month-
33%
on a monthly
balance,
basis. Yeah. And let me tell you, in 90 days, if you do that in 90 days,
score will go
your
way up.
score will be on a 700 plus. We've seen it for multiple times.
One more thing before I get, I'm sure Bill's coming. One more thing is if you have lots of cards,
Mhm.
don't close them.
Yes.
If you went too far and if they're got a zero balance, that's fine. But don't close them. Closing your credit cards will affect your credit.
That's
When
correct.
they see closed accounts, that's not good.
Right.
So keep them open. You went too far, but just keep zero balances on them. Okay? Oh, what timing.
Wow,
That's
what
good.
a timing.
Okay, next question.
Next question.
Oh my gosh. Good morning, Robin.
What are the tips you can share to those people who are trying to find a rental home with a low credit score?
With a low credit score?
Yeah, that's a nice question.
That's a
too.
great question. Anna's obviously a very sophisticated investor.
Yeah.
So there's two things. Let me just say this.
Mhm.
We have loans for investors because a lot of investors are self-employed people,
Mhm.
right? Anna's question's talking to, like a full documentation loan, and we don't have enough time to go into this.
No. She's
Did I read it wrong?
asking, yeah, she's asking about the people who wants to rent a house, but they have a low
Oh,
credit
rent
score.
a house. Oh, my
Rent a house,
glasses.
a tenant,
Oh, my
a tenant.
gosh.
So,
I'm sorry.
usually when someone have a bad credit and would like to rent a home,
Mhm.
you need to kind of give a trade to the landlord, right? So, example, you will advance deposit. You will kind of like, let's say, if the deposit is $2,000, then maybe you need to make it like times 3, or you will put an advance rent, like 3 advance rent payments, so that they will take you. And a letter of explanation, a good letter of explanation on why you have bad credit will probably also help, and some references as well.
Yeah, the letter of explanation and the references. We've given references to some of our clients that back in the 2008, 2010 lost their homes, and they had good reason for losing their home. They were
Yeah,
underwater and
right.
stuff. And so getting a good real estate reference will definitely help.
Mhm.
As you mentioned, increasing your deposit. I rented in Asia one year, right? Because, we spent time over there. And in Asia, they don't really use credit; they use deposit. So
Mm-hmm.
the more deposit you have, the easier it is to do that. So
Advance
worst-
payment, yeah.
yeah, the worst place to be is low credit score and no money
Yeah, that's a hard one.
for deposit, or no good person to use as a reference.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. I hope we were able to answer that, Anna.
Yeah, hopefully. And we did before the bell. So let's go to the next question.
Last.
Last
that is
question.
the question. Okay.
Last question.
So, wait.
This
what's your
is-
favorite place you have traveled?
Oh, this
to?
came from our inbox, so we don't have a name tied to it.
What's your favorite place you have traveled to?
Oh, the Philippines. Come on, for sure.
Mhm.
So I've spent time in Asia, not just the Philippines, and I've been to Laos. They call it Lao over there. Thailand, I like. Japan, I like. Korea,
Mhm.
for your red bean,
Mhm.
whatever.
But I have my answer, Rob,
Oh, you
for
have your
myself,
answer.
my
Okay.
personal. So that's your personal answer, right?
Well, so number one, Philippines.
For me, I love New England. I mean, because of the color, like going to 7 states, and you can drive to all those 7 states and looking all these colors, like a very colorful during fall season, like this color here. Oh my gosh, it's so beautiful. That's my favorite.
Yeah, I remember you took a trip by yourself
I know.
back east, and you had your little beanie on, and you took pictures. Okay. The bell again. Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you for all your questions. So now we're going to go to a roulette.
Roulette.
Yeah, we have a roulette.
No, it's a raffle
Yeah,
wheel.
okay.
Roulette is what you play that later. Okay. We're not. You're in the You can't wait to get there, right?
Okay.
So we're going to spin this wheel for those people that shared.
No, for people who attended.
Oh, attended.
This live
Okay, I'm
experience.
sorry.
Yeah. Okay. So we need two. Two of the people
Two people.
attended. We're gonna pick 2 people.
Okay, our first winner is
Jesse
Jesse
Lim.
Lim, and they get $50. Congratulations.
Thank you for
Jesse
staying
Lim.
on
Okay.
our live experience.
Spin it
Another
again. Susan Cheka.
Oh, Mrs. Cheka, hi.
Susan
Yeah,
Cheka.
Mrs.
We
Cheka is
saw her a few weeks ago. Congratulations, Susan. $50.
So stay tuned po because our staff will reach out to you on how you can claim your prizes.
Yeah.
And
That's-
then, so what do we need to do next? The grand finale.
Oh, the grand finale raffle.
Yeah.
For everyone who shared.
For everyone that
For everyone
shared
who
your
shared.
experience here, and we hope you enjoyed our first one.
Mhm.
We will be doing this every month.
Mhm.
Every week, join us on our TV on TFC
Yeah.
on
Every Sunday
Sundays
at
at
5
o'clock for
PST.
Keeping It Real with
Mhm.
Rob and Ning.
It's before because we don't know what time on other states,
Yeah.
right? But in California, PST 5 o'clock or before TV Patrol.
Before TV Patrol.
Yeah, so we're trying to bring in success stories of people
Mm.
so that we will be inspired, and we're also trying to promote negosyanteng Pilipino sa America. People
Yeah.
who are business people
business-minded
business-minded
entrepreneurs.
people,
yeah.
entrepreneurs. So
And that'll come to our live experience as well.
that's
I
right.
hope.
Yeah,
right?
I hope.
Yeah.
Yeah. And also the film organizations. If you know film organizations that would like to promote themselves, their cause, what they do, and why they're doing it, that will be good. Film all over the country, all over the U.S.
Yeah, and I would also like to say that if you're in the Las Vegas area, if you live here or you're visiting,
Mhm.
come see us at our
Yeah.
office here at Town Square,
Yeah.
Las Vegas Boulevard.
Right.
I love our location.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Call our 800 number po,
Mhm.
and we would like to.
We'd
meet
love to see you
Yeah.
in person or in our California locations as well, right?
Yeah.
But otherwise, you can actually today they can sign up for a free consultation and get it on the calendar and schedule our
Well,
staff.
by the way, we have the March 18. I guess we can promote that here.
What's March 18th?
We have March 18 event here
In
the Las Vegas
yeah.
office.
Yeah.
So if you're interested po to join, come visit us po dito sa office. Just call our 800 number and just sign up because it's first come first serve. We will have po we call it like a happy hour, March 18. That way, we can see each other and we can share stories and, we can brainstorm on whatever scenarios you might have.
Yeah, and you'll get a chance to see our office here.
That's right. Okay, so we're going to do the raffle again. This is the
last raffle. For those that shared, we really appreciate it, right? So we're going to spin the wheel.
$100.
MJ There's no telling.
Yeah, but thank you.
Our live experience, and hopefully we brought you good information.
Yeah.
Right? And that's our goal. Our goal is to interact on a live experience with you. We're going to bring you all kinds of things.
Yeah.
This is just the tip of the iceberg.
Yeah, and it's our first, so forgive us if we
we'll try to work with
crazy
it better.
And disorganized a little bit.
It's a good thing we have a bell.
Yeah. Shout out to Rhoda, who is from the Philippines, who's kind of like directing this.
She's directing from the
Marlene, who's helping. If you will follow our Facebook, you will get information on when the next live experience would be.
Yeah.
And then also March 18 po, we will be in Las Vegas
for the happy hour.
For the happy hour with Robin Ning. That way we can, we just want to see you, meet with you, and talk about inflation. I don't know.
That's going to be fun. Happy hour is not about talking about inflation. It's just
we just want to see you. Yeah,
just see you.
So if you want to go there, register. You don't need to be from Las Vegas. You can be from anywhere.
Yeah, just let us know that you're coming, so we can make the plans for that.
Yeah, call our 800 number and because this office is not as big, so we need to limit people, and so first come first serve.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
So we're close to being. Are you still nervous?
No.
Okay, good.
Fired up.
Yeah. So thank you for
watching
our first live experience.
Until next time, po.
Until next time, we'll see you. Remember Sunday, 5 o'clock, and then again next month for our live experience. Until then, bye.
Thank you, Anna.
Thank you.